All right. Hi, everyone. Okay, so we are so excited just to jump on. I know at the beginning of the month, the very first Zoom that we like to do is just bring on all of you rock stars. And there were so many, you guys, this month that just promoted. And I wish we could hear all of you guys talk, but we would literally be on here for hours. So we're just going to have a few of you guys talk, but we're so excited because we are going to hear from so many people. There was, so many people like executives who promoted rubies, emeralds, diamonds, double diamonds. And so just to hear from just a handful of you guys, and we're going to hear from people who literally promoted, got ruby in 30 days, got emerald in 60 days. There's a lot of you guys who did that, double diamonds, diamonds. And so it's just going to be really powerful, I believe. So I'm super excited. So my name's Amanda Busher. You guys, for those of you guys who don't know me, I know that I see a lot of faces I'm not really familiar with, but and so I'm gonna ask a few of these rock stars questions. If you guys have any questions at all, there's a little chat button down below. Just click on that and you can ask the questions and we'll try to answer them, and Sarah will answer them, and like in the chat area. But okay, let's get started, because I know that we want to squeeze everything in an hour and we have a lot of information, so make sure you guys have your notes out. Okay, so the first person who we're going to talk to is Amanda Mooney. Let me see. Amanda, are you on here? Let's see. If you are, unmute yourself. I'm trying to see if I can find you. If you're not on quite yet.
I'm on the driving mode. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're good.
Got stuck in a little bit of traffic.
Oh, you're good. Let me put you on speaker view so I can see you. Okay, for some reason I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm on safe driving.
Oh, okay. So your phone's not you can't see your face. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so Amanda literally just got in this business. She started the first week of May, and she promoted to Ruby. Such a rock star for sure. And she was a little hesitant because she wasn't quite sure like what her husband was going to think of it, and so but she just dove right in. So okay, Amanda, so what are some things that helped you personally to help you get started? So what did you personally do to help you get started and just kind of dive right in? What are some of the things that you started with?
So some of the things I really focused on were what some of the other rock stars were doing in the group, and learning that that I can be a confident woman who's going out there and selling this product. I have a why, and I got to work towards my why. And learning and doing some motivational videos on how to let myself get out of my comfort zone. I'm very shy, reserved, introverted person. I'm sure if you look at my Facebook profile before I started It Works, you would maybe see one post a month, and very, very little selfies of myself. So I really focused on motivational videos, on building up my confidence as a person, so then I can sell the product as a confident salesperson. And I think that's the main journey that I went through in the beginning of how do I sell this? I'm not a salesperson, and how do I make people perceive that this is a good product? So that was my first major step, is seeing how other rock star mamas are doing this and believe in myself that I can do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And, as soon as Amanda jumped in, you guys, I will let you guys know that her and I communicated every single day. I don't think that there was a day that went by that we weren't talking with one another. And so I think, her asking questions, okay, how do I do this? How do I talk to a loyal customer? How do I explain the customer program? Asking questions, I think, she was just on top of those questions. And so it, obviously it helped her get to Ruby, so her and I seeing and communicating, I think, was really amazing. Okay, so because being new in this business, when we're new in this business, I know for me, one of the hard things was hearing no a lot. And I know that can really discourage people when, we're getting when we're getting into this business and we're hearing that no all the time, when all we want to do is sign our 4 customers, right? And when we hear the words no, it's easy to become discouraged. So how did you overcome, when you heard the word no, how did you overcome that and, you know, just kept going instead of just, you know, got discouraged and stopped?
Well, for every no that I got, it was discouraging. But when I got that yes, that feeling was just so amazing that I let that adrenaline or that high really take over all those no's. So I worked for the yeses and I put the no's to the side. If I got a no, cool, I got a no. If I got a yes, holy crap, I got a yes. It's amazing. So I really focused on celebrating my yeses to trump the no's that kind of came through. So then I didn't even focus on them. So I still get no's, probably more no's than I'm getting yeses, and that's going to be the case. Numbers game.
Oh, we're kind of breaking up. I heard her say numbers. Uh-oh, I think we're losing her. I think
really
it's like a robot. Amanda, you're kind of breaking up a little bit. Yeah, she's breaking up a little bit.
Oh,
you're breaking up a little bit.
Sorry. Yeah, it's
okay.
a numbers game. So you got to ride on the good numbers. So really celebrate. Are you there?
Yes.
Hello?
Can you hear us? Okay, I think we've kind of lost her, but she said it's a numbers game, and I can't agree more. Like, the more no's we go through, and the more...
Yeah, that's weird. When it gets...
Okay.
Hello?
I think she said she'll come back on when she gets better service. That's what I got from that. So yeah, a numbers game. I always tell, if you're on my team, you guys hear me say it probably daily, but for those of you guys who are not, like, this is literally a numbers game. If we keep this business so simple and as simple as that the more people we talk to, the more people we're going to get. It is just that simple. Okay, so I had another question for her, but we'll come back. So, okay, the next person, if you guys have questions for her, just put it in the comment. But she's such a rock star, and I love that she is super shy, you guys. And that just shows that even if we are, you know, shy or reserved or anything like this, it doesn't matter. You can still work this business. It just depends how bad you really want it. Okay, so person. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna bring Brenda up. So Brenda, she has, you guys, I love her story so much. Brenda's been in this business for a little bit, and she just, you know, worked this business, and one of the most positive people I've ever met in my entire life. And before, like, the end of April, her and then another leader who just went diamond in this business, Valerie, they were both like, okay, we are ready. We are so ready to make a change and make something happen in this business. Sorry, let me go. And so, so her and another leader, Valerie, came, you know, we talked before May even started, and they were just ready to jump into this business. And so as soon as May 1st came, and, you know, those bonuses were announced and things were being announced, like, it just got so exciting, and they were just ready to run from the very get-go. So Brenda, Brenda, are you on? see. Oh, there you are, Brenda. You're muted. Here, let me unmute you.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Will you tell everybody a little bit how long you've been in this business and what made you go from, just working the business here and there to really just diving into the business full force and promoting to Emerald, being a distributor, getting paid as a distributor all the way up to getting to Emerald?
So a little bit about my story. I joined 2 years ago, and I have lupus, and I knew that I was only going to be able to work in a career job for only so long, and I kept praying and praying and praying that something was going to come along, and all of a sudden all these people I knew from high school were actually just posting and posting and posting about this It Works thing. So I actually just did some research on the products, went to my doctors, and in the past they had told me no for other supplement companies. So I was kind of worried. I took this in and they were like, absolutely, Brenda, you can do this. So I had never even tried the products. I'm like a big budget person. So I saw that it would be cheaper for me just to join and try to sell it. And maybe this was like the answer to my prayers. Well, my full-time job was extremely stressful. It was very demanding. And so the first year I didn't really do anything at all because I was so busy at work, which actually made my health go downhill, and I spent a lot of time in the hospital. I left my career a year ago, and for this last year, I just keep wanting to do stuff, but then I get very discouraged. The no's would get me down, and I just would stop working my business. Then the Red for Ed happened, and my husband works for the schools, and he didn't get a paycheck during Red for Ed. I 100% support it, but he didn't get a paycheck. And it was a big oh my gosh moment. I'm not working, and now he's not getting a paycheck either. We have no choice. I've got a big family we have to support. So I got together with Valerie, got together with Amanda, and I was like, I don't have any other option unless I'm going to go live in my car. I have to make this work. And I just devoted literally every waking hour to the business and to talking to Amanda, and really opening my eyes to what it means when she says it's a numbers game, and really diving into self-development. I really hadn't done much self-development, and now I was waking up before my family, going to bed after my family, and just finding every waking minute to work the business and see how many people I could reach out to. My network grew almost over 400 just last month, just my network. So that's kind of what made me wake up. It was scary. I had no idea how I was going to pay rent. So that's really what woke me up.
Yeah, that is so amazing. And it's so true, you guys. I wake up early, you guys, and you guys will hear kind of how my month went in just a little bit, but I would wake up 4:30, sometimes 5, most mornings 4:30 every day this past month. And Brenda was up, I would get a message even before that sometimes, she's like, okay, I've already sent out this amount, or I've already done this self-development. I'm like, girlfriend, you are amazing. You are so amazing. She would motivate me and be like, oh gosh, yeah, and so it's so amazing. Just, it's crazy how our mindsets and just even, our mindset can change just a little bit, and it can literally just change your entire business. And so it was so fun and so amazing to see every day the growth that Brenda was having versus before. We would not even, it's not like Brenda wasn't there. We were always a team, but like she said, she wasn't really, consistent with it. And until she realized, she has no other option but this. And when you know that when your why is so strong, there's nothing that will stand in your way. And she literally proved that. Okay, Brenda, so can you kind of tell us really quick, because you went literally from being paid as a distributor to going to Emerald in 30 days. So can you tell us what your day-to-day was like and what kind of, obviously last month was a push month. So can you kind of let people know what a push month looks like and what you did, throughout the day, and kind of how you involved your family, because I know your family was very involved with this promotion as well.
Yes, in fact, we're on our way to our first swim meet right now. But yes, I involved my entire family. My mom lives with us. My husband was taking keto samples to work. My daughter was writing thank you cards for me and sending out my free samples. My other daughter was helping do things. But that was just it. It was all about the mindset, and it was just, I woke up and the first thing I did every morning was I went through, and well, I guess last thing I did at night was, while I'm sitting there scrolling Facebook and not working, I would send out a whole bunch of friend requests. Every time those suggested friends came up, I'd send them out. That way, when I woke up in the morning, I had all these new friend requests, because let's face it, people get up in the morning and they check their Facebook, and I'd have these friend requests. So the first thing I would do when I wake up is I'd go to all my new friends and I would send them just a quick message that said, hi, thank you so much for connecting with me.
Oh, she's breaking up too. Darn it. All right. Oh, I think we just lost her. Okay, maybe she'll jump back on. We'll call on the next person, but Brenda literally was, and I'd love you guys to hear how her day was, because when you're pushing, you guys, you literally are pushing and you're going for that promotion. But now look at, like, she's an emerald, you know, making an average of $1,000 a month, and just, you know, that is so huge for her family. So when she jumps back on, we'll see if she can chat. But okay, darn it, I wanted to hear her day. Okay, let's call on the next person so we can just keep things rolling. Okay, we're gonna talk to Haley. Haley, are you on here, my friend? Let me grab your questions. Where is Haley? Oh, there you are, Haley. I see you. Where did you go? Okay. Hi, Haley. Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How do?
Oh, it's kind of breaking up a little bit. Oh, hold on. You're muted now.
Unmute.
Oh.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, but it keeps going to mute. Okay, there we go. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right. Okay. All right, you guys. So this is Haley, and she literally just promoted to Emerald in her first 60 days. So she got the Emerald bonus. And Haley, do you want to give us a little rundown of who you are and how, and kind of just your everyday life? Because I know that you're a very busy mama and you're a single mama. And so can you kind of give us a little bit of how you got into this business and right away you just started making time for it, and how you made it a priority into your life so that you can, you know, make extra money with it and, you know, provide an income for your family?
Yes, so I started out as a loyal customer. I actually just wanted some wraps, is it? And I posted on my wall, and I had a friend that tagged me on Amanda's post, and I started communicating with her. And then it seemed like a bunch of my friends were interested in it, so we decided, hey, what a better time than right now. I mean, it's extra income. I'm a cosmetologist right now. Shoot, I don't know. Just, I don't know. I needed extra income. I had a lot of free time starting out because I had just started my career as a cosmetologist. So that extra money I thought would be great. And plus I have a crap ton of student loans to pay off of. I don't know. I'm a people person for sure.
Yeah.
But yes. And what were some of the?
Oh, you're muted again. Okay, sorry, you were muted again. I don't know how that keeps happening. So Haley, what was your day-to-day? Because, you know, getting into this business and having it when you already have like a family and a job and you have a farm and all that kind of stuff. So what was it like, just to kind of go in? Can you kind of give us a rundown of like when you work your business, how you balance your business with your everyday life?
You know, I think a lot of it was,
Oh, she's muted again. Why does that keep happening? Hold on, you're muted, Haley. Okay, go ahead.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
I would say a lot of it is once you have free time, to definitely take advantage of it, and being able to set priority was like a lot of later nights, you know, getting started, consistency with posting on my wall and connecting with friends and letting everybody know that, hey, these products do work, showing a lot of self-success is a lot of it, because they want to know what you're doing, you know. And I've had several people even that didn't even comment but just reached out to me and just was like, hey, how have you been so successful with what you're doing and how you got started in this business? And I mean, everybody's lives are super busy now, but to let them know that you are there to coach them and to help them, and you're there to make them successful as well as making yourself successful and all of that.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. And one more question. So Haley got in so much volume this past month, and her loyal customers were not just like one product. They would be like several products. So Haley, how did you get a lot of, I mean, she has awesome before and after pictures and posts a lot about the products and stuff like that. So did you get a lot of your customers from posting, and you know, how exactly did you get a lot of your customers?
You know, I haven't showed any of my pictures on my Facebook wall yet, but I have posted some with like the defining gel and letting them know how much weight that I've lost, you know. And then whenever they message me and showing them, and then they're like, okay, tell me what products you use. So then, I don't know, just self-success, kind of being able to use the products yourself as well as selling it, to let them know that these products do work, you know. And I don't know, repetition with everything and everyone, you know.
Yeah.
Trusting your team, trusting the people ahead of you, trusting your products you're selling is huge. Self-success has been huge, because then everybody wants to know what you're using.
Yeah, I love that. So Haley hasn't posted her before and afters yet. We were just talking about today how she needs to get them corporate approved. But so what she was doing is when she's sharing her personal results in private messages, and that's where she's getting, you know, those customers who are ordering 80 BV, 100 BV and up. And so that is so amazing, Haley. I'm so proud of you. And Haley's going for a diamond this month, so I'm just super excited for you, my friend. All right.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're struggling on this Zoom tonight with connections. hopefully it'll go a little smoother. All right, so I saw Brenda back on. Brenda, are you there still? Can you, if you are, do you mind sharing us? Let's see, I just saw you. Are you still on here, my friend?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, do you mind getting back into like your day-to-day, what it looked like last month?
Yeah, not a problem. So I wake up in the morning. I would send out messages to all my new friends that I had overnight to grow my network. I'd send out some more friend requests. And then I would start off by going through, and I kind of did, at some point someone had mentioned doing ABC. So I literally started at A, and I would just keep going. And every friend I clicked on, I either sent them a like good morning type of message, like, hey, good morning, I hope you have a great day, to those like new people that I'm trying to get to know. And then if it's someone that I do know, I would send them ask them to host a post for the day. That way I wasn't picking and choosing really who I was sending messages to. I made myself send something to every single person on my list. And I would just go through my day, and then if I'd stop and do life things and go through it. But I was really focusing on host to posts. And for me, I have trouble asking, I know it sounds weird, but I have trouble asking people like, hey, like my close friends, like, hey, buy something from me. So I found it much easier for me to say, hey, would you help me out by just posting on your page? And they were like, sure, of course. And then when they started seeing their friends say yes or whatever, then they're like, Brenda, I want to order this. Why haven't you, here's my info. So I did it like that a lot. The other thing that I did that I actually had, like, it just exploded. I got so many potentials out of it, was I reached out to a couple of my close friends and family members who sell something else and have big networks. And I only would do one every couple of days. That way it didn't mess up really like my, what I was posting about. But I would trade them and say, if I host a post for you, will you host a post for me? And we would do it. And I literally got like 75 potentials off of one. And the other one I got like 50 potentials off of. It was insane. So I'm just trying to utilize kind of what's already there. They have big networks. Now let's share our networks of completely different people from different states. So that's really how I grew it. But I just spent my days messaging. I did post. I tried to do posting. Then at the end of the month, I finally got brave, and I posted one of my personal results with the triple threat. And when I did that, that is when I did start getting bigger volumes. I wasn't just getting the cleanse. Now all of a sudden I'm selling triple threats, and I'm selling It's Vital Core. And I posted my mom's results with the triple threat. And I started posting my personal experiences and really getting vulnerable. And that's when I saw the jump then in my volume, not just in loyal customers. So that was my day.
I love that. I love that you said that, because it's so huge that we are a product of the products. Like, that is so huge. If we are not using the products, if we're not believing in the products, like, how on earth are we ever going to sell them? Because people are going to see when we're talking to somebody, they're going to see if we are genuine about the products, or if we're just trying to sell the products. They're going to see if we're really passionate about, the products that we're talking about. And whether it's through Facebook or texting or whatever, people can hear you. They can see you. And so,
I totally agree with that, because like I said, I've been in this business for a while, and I've sold things. I have been paid almost every single month, all that, but I had never gotten like everyone posts these amazing, like, oh, my loyal customer is so excited and these are her results. I wasn't getting any customers to ever tell me anything good about our products. And I'm like, this is so frustrating. I know these products are good, but none of my friends like them. They do their 3 months and they're done. And then they don't even have great results. And it's because they're not doing it right. But this month, I have just already, since people got their very first order, my phone's been blowing up with, oh my gosh, Brenda, look at how much weight I lost. Brenda, I love this cleanse. And it's like, wow, that has really helped, because I already had it in my mindset that I needed to make this work. But now I'm actually getting the positive feedback that I've been wanting all this time. And I think it all goes back to my mindset. Like, I'm excited about what I'm doing, and I'm not just doing it to pay for my personal supplements. Now I'm like, I'm excited about it. I want to tell more people. I wake up every morning with this fire of how many people can I tell today about these products. And I think that, like you said, even just though it's through messaging, obviously they're hearing something in my message that they weren't hearing before, because I'm getting all this amazing feedback now.
Yeah, that is so true. And also, like Brenda said, like, if we have people that are not getting results that they're wanting or not liking the products that they're on, a lot of times maybe they're on the wrong product, or they're expecting results that are, you know, not realistic for them quite yet, or they're not using the products correctly. And so it really is up to us to get them on products that are going to be a good fit for them. So that's why, you know, it's really important for us to ask probing questions. Okay, how much weight are you wanting to lose? You know, what is your lifestyle like? What do you know, do you work out? Do you eat? You know, that kind of thing, because then you can really share and like tell them what products would really be good for them and for their body, because everyone is so different. And I will tell you guys, when I first started, I literally put everybody on wraps, and I did the It Works, or like the skinny package. And so I put everybody on wraps. But you guys, not everybody needs wraps. Not everybody wants wraps. Like, some people need other products. And so I was getting people that weren't getting the results that they're wanting or anything like that. And I learned over time that, okay, we got to cater to the products. We got to like provide individual care for each customer. And so when you do that, you are going to have customers, you know, coming back month after month after month, because they're loving the products that they're on. Okay, thank you guys so much. Okay, we're gonna get, we had a couple people, let's see, who did I ask for Diamond? I can't remember. Valerie, are you on here, my friend? No, not Valerie. I don't think Valerie. I think Valerie couldn't make it. And then also Megan also promoted. I wanted her to talk too, but she couldn't make it either. Okay. So we'll just skip to Rose, which Rose just promoted to Double Diamond. Hi, Rose. I'm gonna unmute you. Okay, my friend. All right, Rose, you are such a sweet girl. Okay, can you please share with us like a little bit about, just quickly, like your story? I love your story because you just sprouted out of nowhere. I mean, you've always been a rock star, but literally, you guys, she just promoted month after month after month, like these past couple months. So can you kind of share with us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been in here, and then we'll get into your questions.
Yeah. So my name is, first I just want to apologize. I have a sore throat and I'm sick. So if I sound a little cracky, it's not service, it's me. So
Okay.
So I'm a Double Diamond. I've been in with the company now for a little over 2 years. And when I first started, I just did it for an extra income to help out my husband with some bills. My older daughter, Bria, has some health issues, and I got tired of always struggling or wanting to like buy things that I wanted for myself, but I felt guilty for wanting to get them, especially with having kids. So I got in contact with Amanda, and I went Ruby within my first 2 months. And then I kind of sat and pondered on that for a little bit. And then last year in 2017, I went to conference with everybody, and I walked out of conference saying, okay, I want more, I need more, and I'm going Diamond within that 30 days. So the end of March of last year after conference, I went Diamond, and I sat on Diamond for quite some time. I was happy with the income that I was providing, but I was still lacking. Like, I wanted more. Like, when you hang out with like-minded people, you get this energy and this feel that just like keeps filling the fire, and you want like a little piece of it, and you want more and more and more. So last year in November, December, I had some major health issues that I had to take care of myself personally and, you know, put everything on the back burner and just get me healthy and straight. And I went all the way from Diamond, and almost 1 month, I think I just almost hit distributor, and I got an executive pay, and that was like a big like wake up call. And I was like, holy cow, like, no way, I don't want this, you know, especially when I was doing so good. And so beginning of this year in January, I told Amanda, I was like, okay, I'm back, you know, I'm better. I got me back to where I need to be to do this. And I went straight from executive, went back to Ruby, went to executive, and I went back, I bypassed Diamond and went straight to Double Diamond in May last month. So
yeah.
if you ever fall off the wagon, don't be afraid to get back up, because you will truly, truly come back 100% stronger.
Yeah, I love that so much, because I mean, it's just like that. It, you know, Rose could have just kept, you know, not working the business and, you know, getting paid as an executive, but she decided like, no, like, I came so far, like, I'm not giving up. And clearly, like, she just put, her foot on the gas, and, a couple months later now she's double diamond and her husband is emerald. And so, what's that?
I always forget he's emerald.
Yeah. So, that's 2 businesses, you guys. That's crazy. So, Rose, what's that?
So let's not talk about him. It's about me. No.
That's true. That's so true. Okay, Rose, can you kind of, because I know Sideline Sisters has been huge for you these past couple of months. So can you kind of share about like the importance of having like a sideline sister and how that has helped you also grow in your business, having not only your team underneath you, but also, and then, your upline, but also now, you have sideline sisters that have really impacted you.
Yes. So a sideline sister, I don't know if you guys know what that is. That's just someone that you can communicate with daily, that you can like talk to and like tell them your goals, reach out to them. And what I like about mine, I have more than one. I have one on my direct team underneath me. I have Amanda, and then I have one that's not even on my team. So that's what I love about it. It can be anybody, and I would communicate with them daily throughout the day, and just like send them screenshots or just what I was doing, or just tell them like my daily goals, my affirmations, and what I wanted for myself and what I wanted to achieve. So it's just someone there to have that extra back, to make sure that they're checking up on you, to be like, hey, I haven't heard from you. How's it going? Did you complete your task you wanted to do today? And it kind of just like, puts it into perspective. If like, oh man, I didn't do it. You can go back through your day, be like, what did I do different today that I didn't complete that I did yesterday? So that's what I love about it, because sometimes we get so wrapped up in our own situation in life that having that other person just to send you that message, to ask like, hey, did you do your 10 messages today? And then to be like, oh my gosh, I did not. Thank you so much. So that's what I love about the sideline sister.
Awesome. I know that's been pretty big for you and some other girls on this team. So can you give us kind of a rundown of how you produce so much volume, not only this month, but the last couple of months, like your volume was increasing crazy amounts, like thousands, and you personally getting, thousands of volume in every month. So can you kind of share what you do to get volume, what you're doing to get distributors, that kind of thing? Like, are there certain things that you do every day?
So for me, I knew that I wanted this double diamond promotion. So my posts that I do daily, it's all about either a host a post, like I'm going to raffle off free products, or I've been keeping it straight to the business about what it has done for me, what it is doing, how it's helping others, and just really trying to share and just reach out to people and get that one-on-one connection, actually talking to the person, finding out why they need this and what they want it for. We get so many people that we talk to a day, but if you don't really like break down and ask them what they want this for, like Brenda said earlier, people can see through you and they can see if you're being real or genuine. So you need to kind of like put your own need to the side. Yes, we all want to promote, but you need to ask people like, why do you want this? What is it going to do for you, and how can I help you get it? So that's what I did. And my posts that I did on my Facebook was always about just how the business helped me. And then I would do the I would do the host a post to give out free raffles. And that's how I got all my volume, was just from host to post. And also I've heard no many times from people, but I always tried to turn that into a positive. Like if they told me, no, I can't do it now, time is not right, I'm like, sure, that's no problem. When would be a better time for you? Or be like, sure, no problem if timing's not good for you now. We'd love for you to try and sample some of our products. Do you think you want to be entered into a drawing? And then I would tell them what they would have to do to be entered into the drawing, which is host a post. So, and then anybody that commented on that host a post, I added them to my network, and then I would reach out to them. So you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're reaching out to people while you're building your network.
Yeah, I love that. So just any way possible, Rose is talking to people, no matter what, like however she is, whether it's host to post, referrals, or however it is, she is talking to people daily. And that is so key. She's constantly getting new potentials in. And so I love that, Rose. Rose, do you have anything you want to share that would be an awesome tip for, everyone that is going for, emerald, diamond, or any promotion, or double diamond this month, since you just went there? What's your one tip for these people who are really?
I would say reach out to your current loyal customers. Like you guys said before, we have amazing products, and a lot of my hosts of posts are always about cleanse. But however, the cleanse is not meant for everybody. So I would always ask people, what are your goals and how much weight are you looking to lose? Because if you're just looking to lose 10 to 15 pounds, a cleanse is good. But if you're looking for that bigger, larger number, like that 30, 40, 50, then obviously the cleanse isn't going to do it. So you need to get down to their real reason why they're wanting to cleanse in the first place, and then offer them the other products. I was going to say something else and I totally spaced it out.
Okay.
You know, just find the reason to what they, you know, why they post, you know, they were interested in the cleanse. So.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Rose. I'm so proud of you. You are just so amazing and just such an amazing leader.
Thanks.
All right. So that's all on my end, Sarah. That's all. Some people they couldn't make it the Zoom. So.
Okay. You know, I was just actually going to type out after Rose was just talking. Congratulations, Rose. I love hearing Rose's story because I feel like I'm like the grandma in this business. So I like hear these stories and I'm like, I've literally watched all of this. Like, it's just so awesome. So the thing that I want to point out, you guys, that Rose was talking about is like, she's not offended when she hears a no. She's not instantly discouraged, like, oh my God, this business doesn't work or these products suck as soon as somebody says no. And I really want to point that out because I think that that is something that's very learned. But it also comes with that, you know, determination of like, I'm going to do this one way or another. And the thing is, you guys, that I have learned with going that extra mile, like she's talking about. So when maybe they say they're not ready for that, but then she offers another thing, like, you know, being able to host a post or those types of things. You guys, it honestly shows that you care. You care beyond just what you ask them to do. You care beyond them joining your team. You care beyond them becoming a customer. You're giving them, like, she's creating opportunity for herself. And so I just really encourage all of you guys to do that, because within doing so, you create very good relationships with your network. You create a lot of trust. And so even you guys, I get no's all the time. So even like this whole week, right? I'm just focusing on DTs because they have so many awesome things to offer. And you guys, here's the thing. If they're not ready to be a DT, I'm not like, oh, done with her. I'm not liking her stuff, or I'm not this. I'm like, no, I asked her to join me because I like her. Like, that doesn't change anything. And so in doing so, you guys, a lot of them come around to be my customers, which then become, you know, I think it was Brenda who said it, but they start as a loyal customer and then they end up wanting to do the business. And you're not starting with a brand new relationship. Like, you've already grown to know this person and now you can just hit the ground running. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to point that out because, Rose, that's so awesome. And I think so many people get so timid right off the bat, and especially when you're first starting, because I did the same thing, you guys. And like she said, you know, just going after like one product, you're kind of going just for that, to sign somebody up, right? Just really slow down and just ask them, like, what are you looking to do? You know, because there's so many conversations that maybe this is what caught their attention, but this is like, they end up with like the Fit 30, or they end up with something like that. Like, I remember I was so scared to like do any of that because I thought it was like upselling, when in all reality, what I learned was like, talk to them. I can promise you people would rather spend an extra $50 and get faster results. And then on top of that, you have that volume, plus you have a super happy customer, which could possibly be a really awesome teammate. So anyways, okay, so Amanda, I get to ask Amanda some questions. So Amanda, she just promoted to Presidential Diamond, which is so crazy to even think about. And really, it's like, we don't start this business to be Presidential Diamond. I feel like out of like all the people I know in this business, there's maybe like 3 that were like, yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire. Okay, well, you're not normal. Like, this is like, most of us start and we're like, oh, we want an extra like couple $100, or we're kind of skeptical. Like, does this really work? We kind of wanted our products free. Like, that's great. So she just promoted to the second to the top rank of the company, which is crazy. And also promoted her husband to triple diamond. So again, another business where there's 2 paychecks coming in, which I just think is so crazy that we even get the ability to do so. So Amanda, just kind of tell them, obviously you guys, when you look at a map, right, maybe you're looking at executive or even Ruby and you're like, how does that even happen, right? Honestly, you just take it one step at a time. And as it goes, you're going to have more and more and more moving parts. So Amanda, just kind of tell them, I always say, when I hear people on our team say like, Sarah, I'm going diamond this month, or all of a sudden they're telling me like, I'm going presidential. It's funny because there's times where I'm like, they're not going to go yet. Like I can just tell, but then there's times where like when Amanda said, I'm doing it this month, like I hands down was like, she will do it. Like you just know that confidence in somebody. So kind of just tell them like what you didn't all of a sudden pick on the 15th of the month or on the 8th of the month when you waited to see what prelims were, that you were going to go presidential diamond. Like you called it the first of the month. And what was your mindset and what held you accountable to keep going every single day? Yes, you're freaking tired because it's a lot to do. It's a lot of volume. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of moving parts. But what kept you accountable? Like, what was your mindset going into a month knowing, like, this is a huge promotion, which you guys, she also earned a $25,000 bonus. So if you think those bonuses are there to, like, dangle in front of you, I want you to know that there are so many people on this Zoom right now that they have gotten over thousands of bonuses. So, like, dollars in bonuses. So if you're going for those, like we just want to tell you, like they're there for you to grab. So kind of talk to them about that because I feel like mindset is such a important part of any part of this business.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will say that my mindset was completely like me going into this like month as thinking, okay, I'm going to do presidential. Like my mindset had to be completely on, like my mindset had to, you have to have a very strong mindset. And so to be honest with you guys, I was not planning on May 1st when they, before like Mark went live or whatever, I was not planning on going presidential this month, you guys. Or last month, you guys. I just want to let you know that I was still planning on, I had to build actually 2 diamonds from complete scratch. And so my goal was to build this other diamond in May and then work on presidential in June. And to be honest with you, as soon as they announced those bonuses, I got a text from not only Sarah, but also Aspen saying, oh my gosh, are you going to go for it? And I'm like, holy crap, no. Like, no. I'm like, in my mind, I was thinking that, but I'm like, oh my gosh, there's 2 people who literally just like texted me, the minute that, Mark got off live, who really believe in me. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, like maybe I can do this. Like maybe I really can do this. But you guys, here's the thing. I want to share with you guys how my month was because I said from the very beginning, if this does happen, like this is completely God's work. And it truly was because here's the thing, you guys. I had we had 2 like 4-day trips planned. So that's 8 days out of the month that I was gone. My husband was on a 4-day work conference. So that's 12 days, that I was not, like, that's an extra 4 days that were like, messed up our daily routine. Not messed it up, but, adds to the chaos. We were sick for like a couple days, and so
your AC unit went out.
With that,
your AC unit went out.
My AC went out. My oldest child graduated kindergarten, and I'm a room mom, so I had like so much responsibility for that. So literally, you guys, and I hosted a 1 team, 1 mission.
Yes, you did.
So I was like, if this happens, like it is literally because God is making this happen, and because my team is a complete rock star team. But I tell you, on day 1, as soon as I got like those texts from them, I was like, okay. I talked about it. I sat down with my husband, and I'm like, I think I'm going to go for this. Like, I think I can do this. And from that moment, like that early, whenever that ended, a couple of hours later, my mind was that I am getting presidential in May. And so what I did that night is, I don't have it on my phone anymore, actually turned it to ambassador, but on my phone, I put presidential diamond May 30th. And you guys, I went presidential diamond May 30th. I didn't go the 31st or the 29th or anything like that. I went the 30th. And so that moment on, I said, okay, I am getting there. And I sat down with my husband, my 2 little ones. You guys, I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. So they're little. They don't really get this stuff, but I involved them. And I said, this is going to be, this month is going to look a little bit different. Mommy's going to be working a lot. And mommy has to get this amount of volume. Like, that's what we have to do. And I will tell you guys, it was not a low amount of volume. It was a lot of volume I had to get. Like, I remember even I don't even remember the 1 team, 1 mission was, but I still needed like 8,000 volume. Like, it was, and before that I needed like even more than double that. So I needed a lot of volume. And so just think, building 2 diamonds, okay? Just think how much volume that is. So anyways, I just sat down with them and I really involved my family. I involved my leaders. And I said, okay, you guys, I am going for presidential. Here is where you are on my map. You know, are you ready to push with me? Are you ready to get to double diamond? You know, like Rose even, and that's what I love about my leaders is they say, okay, Amanda, like this is your month. And Rose would say, Amanda, where do you need me to be for you to go presidential? And that's what I love is that we are a team. And so I involve not only my family, but my team. And I put it out there to the world, and not to the world because I was still a little bit like, oh my gosh, this is really crazy to think about it. But I put it up there to my mentors and, you know, my team and my family. And so, so that was kind of my mindset. And I just said, you know, to God, like, you know, if this, like, let this be my month, like, let me help as so many people, like, if I can handle this, like bring it, you know, bring it to me. And so, and it just happened. So.
And I love that, you guys, because here's the thing is, you almost need, this is why you need to be in contact with your sponsor, get out there, meet people. So whether it's through Zooms that you start hearing just from Amanda over and over, or Kayla or Rose or whoever it is, you start just, it allows you to kind of open up and be like, hey, I'm going to reach out and just ask even a question or whatever it is. Amanda's not my personally enrolled. However, she's in my big downline. She came to team meetings when she first started, and that's how we met. And from there, it's like, you just have this awesome support group. So here's the thing though, you guys, is her saying it out loud. I can't tell you how, if you can figure that out from the beginning, that is so, so important, because it's like, you don't, now you're not going to let yourself down, but you're also not going to let these other people down. And so same thing when you're going for these promotions, you guys, I brought my family in. They were little. Like, I started this business when Grady was 4 months old. And yes, they don't understand every little piece of it, but they're paying attention, you know? And so like when you have them on board, it's like when you finally go to say to your kiddo for a second, like Amanda would have to do, like, okay, daddy's gone, but mommy needs to work. Can we do a quiet activity? We were just talking about this today. It's like you all of a sudden feel this mom guilt or whatever guilt that you're having. But honestly, you guys, I think there is nothing more powerful than my kids sitting right next to me, knowing, okay, all these things that we can get to do, or we get to say yes to traveling hockey or whatever it is, that doesn't come free of charge. Like, that doesn't come free of sacrifice. Like, I don't want my kids growing up thinking like, you know, there's a magical unicorn out there. Instead, they've watched mom and dad work super, super hard. And same thing, like, I remember just telling my husband, like, I have to do this. And when you're on board and you have that team aspect of it, you guys, they're not really going to look at you and be like, oh, okay. Like, if you keep talking about it and you're talking about your wins and those types of things, you have people cheering you on. And I love that, because I would check in with Amanda, or Amanda knew, like, if she was having a moment of frustration, or like when her AC went out and she's like, I feel like today it's working against me. And I'm like, Amanda, you're going to have like 4 more of those things happen this month. But I promise you, like, out of somewhere, it is going to happen, because that's just what happens when you guys are making big things happen. It's not just this like easy little ride. And then you look back at it after accomplishing it and putting everything together, and you're like, okay, that's kind of funny now. But at the time, like, I almost cried, like, straight up, you know? And so I love that she, even though it scared her, we kept saying it. We're like, okay, so we didn't say like, how far away are you from presidential? I'm like, what else do you need? Where are you guys at? Like, where's everybody at? So let's just talk about, like, communication is so big. Obviously, like you said, there's a lot of moving parts. You're hearing there's double diamonds, there's triple diamonds that are part of a prez. There's lots of diamonds just in general, rubies, all those things, right? And so you have to have them all kind of working together. So just talk about communication amongst your team, and how, like, were you guys talking daily? Were you doing like a weekly team Zoom together? Like, how were you doing that to keep everybody kind of on track? And, you know, if somebody was having a bad, you know, week or whatever, how were you able to just kind of pick them back up and be like, okay, that's last week. Like, we have a new week ahead of us.
Yeah. So yeah, and we kind of started this months ago. And so I feel like it kind of trickled on, but definitely we just amplify things in May. So we do team weekly trainings every Tuesday, just like this, just, you know, to come together, whether it's a power hour or, you know, it's just a place for us to come weekly just to kind of give tips and ideas. And so we always did like the weekly trainings. One thing that we started months ago that I just swear by, because I literally feel like it just has brought so much team unity to us, is that we have a couple months ago, I think like in December time-ish, we started working daily together. And I asked on our team page, hey, who wants to really, go after it? Who wants to work together daily? Who wants to, rise to the top and as a team together? And so we have, several people in there. There's qualifications that you have to be in there. You have to have your 4 customers. You have to be in it for at least a month or so to really understand the business and know what it is that you want out of the business. And so we have this really good community on a messenger. And so every day, and I have my leaders involved. So every day we will, starting at 9 o'clock, we go round 1. Okay, guys, who's ready to work? Like, what are your goals today? And so it's really nice that we all have that together. We all are saying what our goals are. We all are working together. We're saying what we're doing, whether, hey, I'm sending out 15 minutes. I'm doing my declines right now. Hey, this is what I'm sending out to my declines. Hey, I'm sending out 15 messages for host to post. Hey, I'm doing 15 minutes of following up. And then we give ideas of what we're messaging, that kind of thing. So that group chat has really been huge, I think, for this team. And so that's one thing. We did a push group. And so, we just did a push group. And so whoever was really ready, to, whether it's, you just got in and you want your 4 customers, we did like a 2-3 week push group. And I worked really close with those people who were not even on my personally enrolled. I just kind of took them in and kind of worked with them one-on-one, to try to get customers. And there was a lot of people who weren't getting customers who were getting enrollments. So that was really great. It was more work on me, but it was well worth it for the entire team. And I just want to say, like, I forgot to say this from the beginning, and I'll get back to the list, but because we had such a crazy month, and because day 1, I knew what our month was going to look like as far as traveling and stuff, I had to become very organized at that point. And I had to say, okay, this is when I'm working. This is when, I had to make my schedule when we were on vacation, you guys, I'm enjoying my vacation, but I woke up early again. I stayed up late even when everyone went to bed in the hotel room. I would go out in the hallway and work. I would grab my laptop in my PJs and working because I didn't want to wake up my kids and stuff. So I had to, sorry, I got sidetracked, but I wanted to share that with you guys that when you are ready to push, when you're ready to go to that next level, you have to you have to kind of view and see what your month is going to look like and see if there's going to be any objects thrown at your way, anything that's going to get in your way so that you can plan to overcome that. Okay, so sorry, I got sidetracked.
No, that was good. And I think the thing too is that you can't wait for the perfect month or like the month or the days that life isn't happening. You guys, like that just never happens. And so I think that's so good that you point that out because it is funny. Like you already had so much stuff planned and no, like you said, you weren't planning on it. But then as people were, it's like almost like, well, why wouldn't I push and try? And then you kind of make the decision like, okay, I'm going for it. But you guys, just like we don't wait for the perfect moment to start this business or to be perfectly confident in what we're going to do or whatever. It's like, you just start learning, like do things when you're not ready. Like you just have to go for it because it doesn't take a perfect situation to make something happen. It takes a decision and it takes action behind it, right? And some commitment to it. So, and I think that that's one of the things that you're hearing a lot from these girls that are talking tonight. Okay. Last thing, Amanda, what did your day look like? So I know we just actually talked about this, you guys, and I've been in for 6 years. So my day, I was telling this not too long ago, like my day looks a lot different compared to when I got to work this business with a 4-month-old. And if you plan to be here for a long time, you will adjust your sales. Like that's the way life is. So what did your days look like? Going for such a big promotion and a $25,000 bonus? Like how many, what were you getting up early, staying up late? Did you kind of have like a routine to your day or how did it go?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I kind of stayed with the same routine I typically do, but I just amplified it. So I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I typically wake up anyway to just get my self-development going, my morning going before my kids wake up. But I would wake up even earlier just to get even more work done. And and I had my mom like help me, like I could drop off crew. Jax was in school still for part of the month, and so I just made sure that my days were planned out, and so every second I got, I could work the business. And when I did have crew, you know, when he wasn't, I mean, he would only go there maybe once a week for a couple hours, but still those hours I could go and I could do, you know, uninterrupted work. And so I would stay up late. So I would stay up probably till midnight most nights. And I will tell you guys, I lived off of the keto energy and the keto coffee. And I felt like probably 2 weeks at like, you know, until month's end was over, like I felt like I was like living outside of my body almost, just because like I was so tired, but I was also amped and pumped, and I was running off of like, you know, momentum, and I was running off of, you know, excitement, and I was running off of my team. And so it made it almost just seem like I was just like, I should be super like dead right now, but I'm not. So, but I really did have to, you know, make sure that, you know, as soon as I set my alarm so that my phone was, I would have to like get up and go get my phone, because I would tell you, when I go to bed at midnight, I do not want to wake up at 4:30. So I would just set my phone away from my bed, so I'd have to get up and go get it. And then when I would look at my phone, I see my family right there, and it says presidential. And so I'm like, I got to get up. I have something I have to do. And so I did that. When we were on vacation, you know, I would, you know, when we were like, say, resting at the hotel, maybe we got back, I would say, okay, you guys, I'm going to work for a little bit. The amazing thing is I did involve my kids a lot. And so when they were with me, I could say, okay, you guys, it's like work time. Like, and so they would do coloring, or they would do something, or, you know, they watch the iPad a lot, you know, and so it just is what it was. And yeah, I don't want them really watching the iPad too much, but at this time it was fine. And every day, you guys, they would, you know, every time we would get a customer, we would high five each other, or I would say, Mommy worked so late last night and I got 3 customers, and my boys would just go crazy. And, you know, it was really neat just having them involved. And also my husband, I would say, okay, babe, like, here's what I need you to do. You know, he's always the cook anyways, but he made sure, like, he didn't even like say, he would just be like, here's your lunch, here's your dinner, you know. And so that was really nice, getting the boys to bed. And so I would just say that I was very consistent, and every time I could work. And yes, I was on my phone 24/7 pretty much, because that's just what it had to take. Because like I said, like, we did have a lot of obstacles thrown at us during this month that I thought would definitely, probably, if I was to look at my month and I knew what was going to happen, I'd probably say, heck no, like, that's not going to happen. But I think just, you know, sticking to it, talking to your team, you know, talking to your upline. If there was any time that I felt discouraged, because there were times I felt discouraged. There were times, you know, I was like 18, I don't know, I was like, so there was times that I was very discouraged, and I would be on the phone and I would cry. And they would hear me, and they would just say, Amanda, it's okay. Like, you're tired. Like, you're working so hard. Like, look at how far you've come. And that's why I say, like, use your upline, use your sideline sisters, because when you are pushing, like, you are going to get obstacles thrown at your way. And they are there just to pull you back up. And I will tell you, every time I reach out to somebody, every time I, you know, had a breakdown or whatever, I just thought, you know what, like, this is one step closer to getting my breakthrough. And it really was like, I would cry for 10 minutes and then I'd be ready to work, like ready to like rock it. And so sometimes I'm like, okay, I just need a good cry, because I am working so hard and because things do get thrown out your way. But the thing is if I would have at that time, like those times of my discouragement throughout the month, if I would have just like stopped, I would have never conquered what I got, you know, it would have never happened. And so it's okay to get discouraged. It's just, you get discouraged for a little bit and then you get to work. And that's really, you know, it's just going after what you want, and not stopping until you get it. I would not stop. You know, I got 118 customers last month, and I would not stop. You know, if I only got 2 customers that day, I would keep working until I got more. I would reach out to more follow-ups. And I was very creative with how I got my customers. And so it wasn't, you know, it wasn't just, you know, I was just messaging, you know, I was messaging a lot of people, but I was also very creative, and I try to think, okay, who else can I reach out to? Who can I go approach this? who can I tell that I'm going for a huge promotion that would love to help me? I got a lot of loyal customers who were already customers ordering products. And I would offer them, I would say, hey, I'm going for a huge promotion. I know that you're already on, the keto coffee, you just order it this month, but would you be interested in also trying the creamer with that or the greens with that? And I would say I would offer them a free wrap. And a lot of times they would order. So I would get a customer who maybe got the keto coffee. And maybe a week later I would say, hey, how's your keto coffee going? They're loving it. And so then I would offer them, hey, I'm going for a huge promotion. Would you be interested in trying the greens with that? And if you do, I'll give you a free body wrap or something. I didn't mind giving some of my products away if they're going to do me a favor. They're already my customers, so that's okay to do that. And I had so many customers up their volume. And so that was really nice because it was in volume that I needed. And so, sorry, I get sidetracked so easily, but back to your question, I was very my focus was presidential this month. And sometimes you guys, we were eating Wendy's. Sometimes my boys were eating pizza for lunch and for dinner. And sometimes they would say, Mom, can I have a Twinkie? And I would normally say no. And I don't even know why we have Twinkies, but I would normally say no, they can't have that kind of stuff. But I would say, yes, you eat that. Let mommy work. So they got away with kind of murder around our house, but they knew that they could because mommy was working. But it all, just a success. And now, I can barely even go a day without crying just thinking of it. So.
And the thing is, though, you guys, is we think because we're we're letting them do those things, it's bad. But the funny thing is, you guys, is the kids enjoy that. It's so bizarre and so weird to say. And the thing is you have to remember, Amanda went for a presidential diamond, which is the top rank. So, if you're going for some of these first ranks, it might not take that. But the thing is that's an average of 16 grand a month. That's crazy, right? And those types of things don't happen without hard work. And I don't care whether you're here or in a completely different business, anybody will tell you that. If they're making that type of money, they're working really hard. They're making sacrifices. There's commitment there, And so I think it's so awesome just for us to share those things because she would message me and I'm like, I remember this like it was yesterday. It's so crazy to think about that. But the thing is, you guys, is all I can tell you is with all the announcements that just came out, you should be claiming something. You should be telling your sponsor, you should be reaching out to them every single day. So whether it's a win, whether you're holy crap, I just had this said to me, go share it. If Amanda felt down, I heard from her and I'm glad. How am I going to know that she needs me to say, Amanda, do you know what happened to me? I'm going to make you feel better about yourself for 5 seconds here. And guess what? It didn't stop me. So why would it ever stop you? And you have to know, you are not in this alone for a reason. And you have a teammate, you have sponsors, you have those type of people. But if you're not going to utilize them, you are going to feel alone. Okay, so we get on these things to share these things with you. We get on where you can literally take your bits and pieces and do whatever you want. But we also want you to see any of this is possible if you just commit to it and you decide to do it. But it takes putting in the action behind it. So you got to claim it and then put the action in behind it. So that is really all I had for you guys. I know we always try to keep it around an hour. Do you have anything else, Amanda?
No, I don't think so. I think just like you said, go for these bonuses. And it does not have to be extreme like it was for me. It doesn't at all. I don't think every promotion I pushed for, but it doesn't have to be how it was for me. But
the thing is, though, is what seems hard right now. You guys, you're gonna executive seemed hard for me because I was here. I was coming into a business that I'm does this even work? This is weird that I just paid $99 and I can make more than I did, and I paid 60 grand to get a BSN in nursing, right? So your mind is thinking these things. So it's not that's crazy and all that type of thing. But you guys, as you keep going each step, what used to seem hard, you're thinking, Ruby, that was hard for me, right? I was God, that's hard. And then here Amanda's talking about building a diamond in a month. you get there. Your mind grows. Like you have self-growth to know, like, pretty soon you'll be on one of these and you'll be talking about how a diamond just popped in a month, right? And then you're going to think, do you remember, when I was on a Zoom and I thought this was hard to go for? So you guys, it just comes with growth. And that's where we always say, like, get plugged in, accept it. Like, fill yourself up so that you can fill up others, but you're not meant to be here by yourself. So whether it's success, the hard things, none of that, we're all here together. And it's possible with everybody. It's not possible by yourself, but it is when you get everybody together and on board and supporting each other. So we love you guys. We're so excited. June is going to be an incredible month. Yes, there could be distractions, but you guys, there's so many ways around that. Like, for the first time ever, summer does not scare me because I became a morning person and it has, like, changed my business. So if you think about, like, when you worked, or like Amanda said, like, look ahead at what your month is going to look like and revamp your schedule, you guys, if you need to, because you have kids home or you're vacationing or whatever it is. Like, I see when I have vacations and I'm like, okay, I want my steps to success done before I even leave. So anything that I add on after that, like, that's cherry on the top. Like, I'm whooping butt over here, right? And you're finding that balance. So anyways, that's the last that I have for you guys. I hope you have an awesome night. Amanda, do you have anything?
Nope, that's it. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Bye.